All right, good morning, second grade students. Today for language arts, we are going to be talking about inserting dialogue into a story. All right, so first off, we need to know what is dialogue. So dialogue is what is actually being said by someone. So depending on the type of story that you are writing, just about anything can be used as dialogue. Using the word said is a dead giveaway for showing dialogue in your writing, because when you use the word said, you know that the words after that is what someone in that story is saying. However, if you only use the word said, your writing won't be all that interesting or fun to read. So we're going to look at some other alternative words for said. Alright, so instead of using the word said every single time that you want to show dialogue, you can also use like the words exclaimed, shouted, whispered, shrieked, hollered, mumbled, growled, yelled, or screamed. And there are lots of other words that you can use as well. These are just some examples of different ways that we can describe dialogue in a story, or to be more specific than just said. So we know, like, if we use like the word whispered, we know that the dialogue would be in a whispered tone. All right, so let's look at an example here from IXL. So the question says that we need to read the text and we want to show that Elsa is excited. So what should Elsa say? So our sentence here says Elsa and her big sister Nancy sat down at the piano. Elsa was ready to start her first piano lesson. So we notice that there's an exclamation mark at the end of the sentence. And remember, it said that it wants us to show that Elsa is excited. So now we have our sentence and we have the blank in the beginning. So it says blank, Elsa said. She was always thinking about what she could become. So again, we want to show excitement. So we're going to read through our two sentences and see which one talks about being excited. I'm going to be the best piano player ever. And we notice another exclamation mark here at the end of the sentence. Or we have, I'll never learn how to play the piano. So again, remember, we want excitement. Saying, I'll never learn how to play the piano does not show excitement. That shows negativity. So she's not being very positive in this sentence. Here it says, I'm going to be the best piano player ever. So that shows excitement, and we also see that with our punctuation with the exclamation mark. So we know that we would want to pick this first part to our sentence here in order to show excitement. So this is also from IXL. So our key idea here is that dialogue is when two or more characters in a story talk to each other. So you can use dialogue to show what characters think or how they feel. It can also make your characters come to life. So without dialogue, it would sound like Bert knew the answer to the question. With dialogue, it would say, I think I know the answer, Bert said. Or Kayla laughed at her friend's dog. We don't have any dialogue there, but now if we say, your dog is so goofy, Kayla laughed, your dog is so goofy would be the dialogue in that sentence. Last example is, it was a cold, windy day. Does not have any dialogue in it. That wind almost blew my hat off, Tyler shouted. So now we see that wind almost blew my hat off is the dialogue. The dialogue you write should sound real when you read it out loud. So that is, it should sound like something a person would actually say. So again, then it shows us the solution to the sentence that we just looked at. So we know that I'm going to be the best piano player ever, Elsa said. She was always thinking about what she could become. So it fits with the rest of the story, and it shows that Elsa is excited about learning to play the piano. All right, and that is our language arts lesson for today.